Welcome to my channel. Today, I am going to tell you a story that will touch your heart. It's not just a story about football, it's a story about pain, dreams, hard work, and never giving up. It's the story of a small boy who came from nothing and became one of the greatest players in the history of football. It's the story of Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo was born on February 5, 1985, on a small island called Madeira in Portugal. His family was very poor. His father worked as a gardener. His mother was a cook and cleaner. They had 4 children, and sometimes there wasn't enough food on the table. They didn't have money, but they had love. And they had a boy with a big dream. From a very young age, Ronaldo loved football. He would play all day on the streets barefoot, using old bottles or rolled up clothes as a football. He would come home late, covered in dust, but with a big smile on his face. Even as a small boy, he used to tell his friends, "One day I will be the best football player in the world." His friends laughed. People said, "You are just a poor boy from an island. Dreams like that don't come true for people like us." But Ronaldo didn't stop dreaming. When he was just 12 years old, something happened that changed his life. He got a chance to join Sporting Lisbon, one of the biggest football clubs in Portugal. But to follow that dream, he had to leave his family, his friends, and everything he knew. At just 12 years old, he moved alone to Lisbon, far from home. He lived in a small room with other boys, sometimes with no proper food, no family, no comfort. He cried many nights because he missed his home. He used to call his mother and say, "Mom, I want to come back." But his mother told him, "Cristiano, we believe in you. Don't give up." Those words stayed in his heart forever. He started training harder than anyone else. He was not the most talented at first, but he was the most hungry. He stayed after training, practicing again and again. He ran faster, trained longer, and pushed himself beyond limits. He told himself, "If I want to be the best, I must work harder than everyone else." But life was not easy for him in Lisbon. At school, other kids made fun of him because of his accent. They laughed at his clothes. Some coaches even said he was too skinny to be a footballer. He was bullied and insulted, but he didn't stop. He once got so angry at a teacher who insulted him that he threw a chair and got expelled from school. From that day, he decided, football will be my school. Football will be my life. When Ronaldo was 15, something terrible happened. He was told he had a serious heart problem. Doctors said he might have to stop playing football forever. It broke him completely. He cried for days, thinking his dream was over before it even began. But then, he went through surgery. The operation was risky, but it was successful. Just a few days later, Ronaldo was back on the field, training again. He said to himself, "Nothing can stop me." When he was 16, he finally got a chance to play for Sporting Lisbon's senior team. People saw how fast he was, how skillful he was, how confident he was. Everyone started noticing the boy from Madeira. And then, in 2003, something magical happened. Manchester United saw his talent and signed him. Ronaldo left Portugal and moved to England. But again, the struggle was not over. Couldn't speak English properly. He missed his family. Some players and fans in England called him a show-off because he used too many tricks. Some players kicked him hard during matches, hoping to scare him. But he didn't stop. He stayed after every practice, training free kicks, dribbling and shooting until it got dark. Sometimes, he trained alone in the rain. His coach, Sir Alex Ferguson, saw his passion and said, "This boy will become something special." And he did. Ronaldo became one of the most dangerous players in football. He started winning matches, breaking records, and earning respect. In 2008, he won his first Ballon d'Or, the award for the best footballer in the world. He called his mother and said, "Mom, this is for you." His mother cried because her son, who once had nothing, had reached the top of the world. But Ronaldo was not done. He said, "I want to be remembered forever." In 2009, he joined Real Madrid, one of the biggest football clubs in the world. There, the pressure was even bigger. Everyone compared him to Messi. People said he was selfish, arrogant, and overrated. But Ronaldo used every insult as motivation. He worked harder, trained longer, and scored more goals than anyone else. He broke record after record, year after year. He became the top scorer in Real Madrid's history. He won Champions League titles, Golden Boots, and more Ballon d'Or awards. But what made him truly special was not his trophies. It was his discipline. He slept early, ate clean, trained every single day, and always pushed himself to be better. He said, "Talent is nothing without hard work." And he lived by that every single day. Even after becoming one of the richest and most famous players in the world, he never forgot his past. He helped poor families, hospitals, and children around the world. He often says, "I know what hunger feels like. I don't want others to feel that." He loves his mother deeply and calls her his hero. His father passed away early, but Ronaldo always says he plays to make him proud. One of the most emotional moments of his career came in 2016, during the Euro Cup final. Portugal was playing against France. It was the biggest match of his life. But in the first half, Ronaldo got injured. He tried to play, but the pain was too much. He had to leave the field in tears. As he sat on the bench, crying, everyone thought it was over for him. But even though he couldn't play, he stood on the sidelines shouting, guiding, motivating his team. And Portugal won the match. When the final whistle blew, Ronaldo cried again, but this time with happiness. That night, he proved something powerful. Even when life stops you from playing, you can still lead, you can still win. Ronaldo's life is full of lessons. He teaches us that our background doesn't define us, that pain can become power, that dreams are not for the lucky. They are for those who never give up. He shows that hard work can beat talent when talent doesn't work hard. Even today, after decades of playing, Ronaldo still trains like he's a teenager. He still wakes up early, works out, and practices like it's his first day. He says, "I don't chase records. Records chase me." He keeps proving that age is just a number and limits exist, only in the mind. From a poor boy playing barefoot on the streets of Madeira to one of the most loved and respected athletes in the world, his story is living. Proof that dreams do come true. He built his life with his own hands, through pain, sacrifice, and endless effort. He didn't wait for luck. He created his own destiny. There were nights when he cried alone, days when he failed, moments when he almost gave up, but he never did. He believed in himself when no one else did, and that belief became his superpower. So whenever you feel lost, whenever life gets hard, whenever people tell you that you can't do it, remember Cristiano Ronaldo. Remember the boy who had nothing but a dream. Remember the boy who turned every pain into power. And remember that you too can rise, no matter how low you fall. Because success doesn't come from comfort. It comes from struggle, from patience, from never giving up. Ronaldo's story is not just about football. It's about every person who dares to dream big. He once said, "Dreams are not what you see when you sleep. Dreams are what keep you awake. So wake up, chase your dreams, and don't stop until you make them real." If Ronaldo can rise from poverty to become a global icon, so can you. If he can turn his pain into power, so can you. All you need is faith, hard work, and the courage to keep going, so never give up, no matter how tough life gets. Your struggle today will become your strength tomorrow. Your pain today will become your story of success. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, behind every great success, there is a story of struggle, sacrifice, and never giving up. See you in the next video.